Yo, what is good, Buckeye Nation? This is your host, MB. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. All right, let's get into it. So Ohio State beats Western Kentucky 63-10. This was the game Ohio State needed, especially going into Notre Dame, Week 4 matchup against Notre Dame. This game was such a fun game to watch. Finally, the whole team was clicking on all cylinders this game. I mean, everybody on this team had a part in this game. They all had an impact play in this game, and it was just amazing to watch. Even the backups, the backup players made some plays too, and it was great. We haven't really seen this from Ohio State in a while now. Usually what would happen if the backups would play they wouldn't play that well. Even the defense, the backups were really stout, were really suffocating Western Kentucky all game, especially in the garbage time, and we haven't really seen that from Ohio State. So this is huge. This is what Ohio State really needed to get into Week 4 against Notre Dame. So let's start with the offense. So let's give Kyle McCord his due, right? His flowers. He had a near perfect performance in this game. He was 19 of 23, 318 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he was just on point, making all the throws that he needed to make. He was so fun to watch, and he's been the guy, just doing it all. He had one bad play where he fumbled. He got sacked and fumbled the ball. He probably should have either threw that one away or try to launch it to Marvin Harrison Jr., but it was some type of miscommunication or something like that. Also, he had a throw set on him in the first quarter. It was 3rd and 5, and it was a comeback route to Julian Fleming, and he missed him. But that was really it. He was pretty much near perfect in this game. Also, you saw Devin Brown in this game. He had a really beautiful throw to Carnell Tate. Shout out to Carnell Tate. He had a touchdown. That was really awesome to watch. Again, I don't know if I stated this, but I want to start this. I want to I'm not gonna go in too much detail in this game. There's such a lot. There's a lot to get to. And so also the wide receivers, they did what they were supposed to do. Marvin Harrison was awesome. He had 4 catches, I think, for like 160 yards. Mekabuku was there too. Also, Julian Fleming he didn't have a lot of catches, but he was making the block. He was making he was blocking his ass off in this game, and I loved it. He's such a great blocker. He had a great block for Trayvon Henderson with that touchdown Henderson had. So it was just a really great performance from the wide receivers and Julian Fleming, who was just had a beautiful performance blocking. Also the offensive line was good too. And like I said again, I believe the offensive line is gonna get better. It's not a talent issue, it was a technique issue. And we heard Justin Fry. He wanted them to be more violent, and you saw that they were moving guys off the ball, and that was really great to watch. Also, Trayvon Henderson, he's a beast. He is an absolute beast. He's a determined runner, and like I said, he's looking to prove a lot of people wrong. And I think he had 13 rushes for 80 yards. Yeah, 13 carries for 80 yards. He was amazing. Chip Trainum was good too. Had a big huge run. It was just really good performance from the offensive line and the running backs. And it was just great. It was great. So the defense. Where do I start with this defense? This was, again, I keep saying it. This was fun to watch. I mean, the defense took over in the second mid-second quarter in the second half. It was beautiful to watch. So what I was gonna say, like I said earlier today, everybody played a part in this team. Even the backups, they had their hands on balls. They had seven tackles for loss, three forced fumbles, two fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions. And it was great. This is what we needed to see from Ohio State. We didn't see this all last year. We didn't see 1 interception from the defensive backs. We got 2 now. We got a pick 6 from Jermaine Matthews, and we had a pick in last game from Denzel Burke. And it's been amazing. So let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about the defensive ends. They got pressure, a lot more pressure today. They didn't get a lot of sacks. I get it. JT and Jack, they didn't have a lot of sacks, but again, it's not always about getting sacks. That's not what it's about. It's about not letting these guys score, and that's what they did. It's sacks do not win games, but they got pressure. And they are capable. They are capable of getting pressure. I've seen it. There was a nice play where JT Tuimoloau did a spoon move against a Western Kentucky tackle, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful how he did it. And these guys are capable. These guys are capable of getting sacks, of getting to the quarterback. I think you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it from the course of this season. They're gonna get to the quarterback. I get it. They didn't have a lot of sacks. Also, Kenyatta Jackson, he had an impact. He was impactful in this game too. And I want to say something, right? So this defense, it's not gonna be there is no dominant pass rusher on this team, right? From what I see, there is no dominant pass rusher on this team. It's going to be sacks by committee. You're going to see JT get like 6-7 sacks. You may see Jack Stewart get 5-6 sacks. You're going to see Kenyatta get like 5 sacks. Caden Curry get like 4 or 5 sacks. That's what you're gonna see from this team, right? You're not gonna. I don't think. You're gonna see. Can Ohio State be Ohio? Can they be Iowa on steroids? That's what they are. They're gonna be a suffocating type of They're gonna be a suffocating type of defense. So they're gonna be. Can they be Iowa on steroids? Right. So Iowa's never gonna be like a top in sacks, but they're gonna be suffocating. They're gonna create turnovers. That's what they're gonna be. Now imagine Iowa's defense, but with Ohio State level players, and that's gonna be scary. That's what you're gonna see with this team. Denzel Burke, man, he makes me smile. He makes me smile so much. Again, like I said in the offseason, he is looking to prove people wrong. He might be our second best player. He is our best player on defense by far. He was amazing in this game. He had some pass breakups. He had a forced fumble. He's willing to tackle now. I mean, that was an issue a couple of years ago. Especially a couple of years ago, he was not a willing tackler. Especially even last year, didn't really tackle. Of course, he was injured a lot, so you didn't see his potential, a lot of his potential last year. But he was dominant in this game. And he's our best player on this team. So also the cornerbacks, man. You don't hear a lot about Davison Igmanosa, and you want to know why? Because he is a lockdown corner. I mean, let's go look at the stats right here, right? It's really amazing to me, right? It's really amazing to me how physical these corners are. You had Davison. You had Davison. He had like 5 tackles. Jordan Hancock had like 5 tackles. Proctor had 5 tackles. He stepped up. He stepped up this game too. They were going after him, and he answered. They were going after him, and he answered the bell. Also, Jordan Hancock was really good too. He had to go guard their best player, and I think Malachi Corley. That's his name. Western Kentucky. He was in the slot a lot, and he had to go in. And face up against him. He was really good. He got better. He got better during the game, and he's gonna have to step it up against Notre Dame, because he's gonna be facing against He's gonna be facing against Chris Tyree, who's their best. I think their best playmaker, best playmaker on their team. And again, this was such a dominant game. Of course, Tyleek, he had a great game. He had a touchdown, fumble recovery for a touchdown. He had 7 tackles, two solo tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. Tommy Eichenberg was great in this game. He just did his thing. 10 total tackles, 9 solo tackles. Still Chambers had his best game of his Buckeye career. He had 8 tackles, four solo tackles, a tackle for loss, and an interception. Again, great. Everybody played their part in this game. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful to see. But that's all I really have for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.